guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here with a brand new thoughts video for all of you guys, and yeah, looks like, and no, I think, before you ask, no, I did not stay in the exact same, clothes, like I did in my, last, video that I, posted, or, oh, who am I kidding? Maybe I have, but now, or maybe I think I might have just, got it, put it in the laundry, and then came back to it sometime later once they're all done, but you get the idea. So but yeah, it looks like it's been quite some time since I pretty much did a thoughts video for some time right about now, because yeah, like I said, I've been pretty busy with, of course, plenty of other stuff going on in my end, particularly stuff relating to college and stuff, to which, by the way, I had just completed my, pretty much my final exams for two of my classes, and I'm officially done right about now, so hooray. And of course, I've got my upcoming graduation coming up within about, yeah, a few days right about now, so I'm super stoked right about now, and boy, it's been a long time coming, so yeah, I guess what better way to, of course, celebrate this occasion right about now is, of course, well, of course, having a nice party. Well, okay, I'm lying on that one, because I don't really have a party planned, so yeah, what could be the next, what could be the next best thing that I could do right about now? Oh, wait a minute. You already are watching this thoughts video, so yeah, I guess it's quite fitting that I should go ahead and talk about a recent movie that just came out. So yeah, I guess right up until I go see the next movie for of course this month right now, to which by the way, it looks like this summer right now is of course going to be filled with a lot of blockbusters for this year, to which I'm yeah, I'm really excited to actually see for sure, but I guess until then, I think it's about time that we go ahead and do like we did a couple thoughts videos ago, and actually ease our way back to a streaming service right about now. So yeah, and what better way to do that than by, of course, well, talking about pretty much a recent movie that had just hit Disney Plus very recently. So yeah, quite a whole lot to get off my back right about now, especially with, you know, finishing up college, and not to mention got a couple cosplays that I'm currently finishing up with. One that I've already got done that I'm excited to show off within about a few days right about now, so you shall wait and see later on, and of course, plenty of other stuff that I could think of. I think it's about time that I go ahead and ease myself back a bit and actually fire up Disney Plus and actually talk about the recent movie that had just hit that streaming service right now. And what better way to do that is by, well, I actually got a question for all of you. I bet you're all wondering what movie I actually did get to see on Disney Plus. I think you pretty much know what, but for those who don't, how about a recent movie that is based around one of the more popular shows that aired on a certain little TV block back in the 90s, which is called The Disney Afternoon? Yeah, I think you can pretty much get the idea, so yeah, but for those who don't right about now, I think in line, of course, what I'm going to be talking about, we're going to be talking about the recent movie that had just hit Disney Plus, based on one of the more popular shows on the Disney Afternoon, which is none other than, yeah, I think pretty much in the style right, but now I think I'm going to go ahead and say, Bandale Rescue Rangers. So yeah, I think you can pretty much get what I mean by that, and if you have yeah, if you have clicked on this video expecting me to say the title, I bet a lot of you guys are like, yeah, baby! So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to be talking about here today. So for today's thoughts video, we're going to be talking about the recent movie that had just hit Disney Plus, based on one of the more popular shows on the Disney Afternoon, which is, of course, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. So yeah, as expected, it had just came out very recently, and And yeah, perfect timing as I just finished up my final exams at college right by now, so that's actually a good enough reward for me after all that hard work, so yeah, you pretty much get the idea, so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this. Alright. Alright, so, I guess if anything, I'm sure a lot of you guys are wondering how do I, feel, of course, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, let alone Chip and Dale in general, or anything else that I could list at the top of my head. Well, I will have to say, I think for starters, I think out of all the characters I've actually know and love when it comes to Disney, yeah, I think the only question remains, what do you actually think of some recognizable Disney characters? What are some that comes into your mind? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. Mickey Mouse, Minnie, Daisy, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto, and of course, plenty of others that you can actually think of for sure, but if there's a couple characters that really does define all of those in particular, and actually does have a whole lot more life given to them, that would definitely be Chip and Dale, So yeah, truth be told, I'm not really much of a Chip and Dale type of guy for sure, but as characters on their own, I think they are absolutely brilliant for sure. I really love the pretty much the really interesting chemistry they have. I really do admire what comedic hijinks they would actually get into, especially with some of the old Disney cartoons back in the days for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that Chip and Dale are, of course, really great Disney characters for sure, and it is such a shame too because as much as I actually really love anything related to Disney for sure, I seem to be missing out a whole lot when it comes to, you know, Chip and Dale's, But yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that even if you actually know them for sure, being either of course, some of the movies and old cartoons from Disney's time for sure, back in like the really old days, and even some of the more recent stuff that they've been in, and let's not forget to mention the theme parks. My god, the theme parks! I will have to say, if you actually do see Chip and Dale at the Disney theme parks you would go, my god, I bet they are an absolute riot for sure. They are that great right by now, so yeah, I guess as characters on their own, I actually do respect Chip and Dale for what they are for sure, so yeah, that's pretty much how I feel about Chip and Dale for sure. Although, truth be told, I think when it comes to pretty much their TV show to which this movie is based on, I'll be honest, I never actually saw the show itself, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, for what it is, because, well, being a young kid, pretty much, or should I say a pretty young infant from like the mid to late 90s, I wasn't actually that familiar with, of course, the Disney afternoon for sure, so yeah, and of course, but I do know for the fact that based on my research, there are a really great amount of shows on the Disney afternoon, such as, of course, not just Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, but also, of course, Gummy Bears, Gummy Bears, Tailspin, DuckTales, woohoo! So yeah, and of course, plenty of others that I could think of, like, of course, Darkwing Duck, Gargoyles, and again, that's just to name a few right about now. But I think the only show that I know of when I was a little kid that did air on the Disney afternoon that I never actually watched on their block, but I actually did watch on, of course, VHS, and of course, pretty much on the Disney Channel, that would, of course, be the New Adventures of Winnie the Pooh for sure, So yeah, other than that, nothing much else on the Disney afternoon for sure, but I am hoping to actually explore a whole lot and see what great shows that aired on that said block back in the 90s, just to see what it's like and how I could have actually dabbled into it for sure, so yeah. I guess if anything, that's pretty much my knowledge right about now. So yeah, and I guess with that mindset right about now, even though I've never actually saw the show that it's of course based on, I'm still quite curious to actually see what the movie will actually be like for sure. In fact, I dare even say that based on the trailers alone, I did get a little conflicting for what it is, and it did kind of leave me mixed reactions for sure. Like, I think I will have to say the story and the writing, I just based on the trailers alone, I just don't think actually is that gripping. But I do know the animation and the style of it actually looks really, really nice, almost giving a little bit of a nice Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of feel for sure. But needless to say, I still want to go into this movie as someone who's actually very new to, of course, all this, and of course, well, I'm actually quite curious to see if it'll actually be good enough either to actually see the show is actually that good, or if it's actually terrible that I know the show would definitely be better. So yeah. Either way, I still want to give this movie a fair shot about how for what it is, and well, I had just finished up watching that said movie on Disney Plus not too long ago, and well, now that I've actually finished it, I bet a lot of you guys are wondering, what do I think of this movie overall? Well, I have to say, I mean, I know for the show itself, it's actually really that great, but when it comes to Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers as a movie, I'm not gonna lie, and I know I'm gonna sound crazy for saying this, but I actually enjoyed it. Yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind that I don't think this movie is actually pitch perfect by all means, but for what it is, I actually had a really good time with this movie for sure, and I have to say it's actually really damn good overall. I'm really fascinated with, of course, what I've actually seen on screen, and yeah, there were a few bits and pieces that were a bit bumpy for sure, but everything else, though, really won me over right about now, and as a movie, it did what it has to do, making it a fun and yet quite a nice ride for sure. So yeah. It's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got the short version out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about everything that I need to talk about for sure, just to get a whole long version of course, what I'm talking about. So I guess for starters, I think we might as well start off with, of course, well, the story for, of course, this movie, and I'm not gonna lie, I think I did say that it did kind of have this little bit of a Who Framed Roger Rabbit style on what it's actually trying to go for, and I have to say for what it is, yeah, it did kind of have that bit of a Who Framed Roger Rabbit type style that it's going for when it comes to its storyline, but I have to say, regardless on all that, I say it did a fine job, and of course, sticking on, of course, doing its own thing right now, while also tying bits and pieces to actually make it a whole lot more faithful to, of course, the show it's actually based on. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I actually find the story in this movie to actually be quite nice for sure, and yeah, don't get me wrong, there were some stuff that have been done before in other movies for sure, but the way they actually accomplish that in this movie right about now, yeah, it actually does give me a little bit of vibes for sure, but I have to say, it did do a fine job in helping me to overshadow all of the hosts and just stick mainly well along its own right by now. So yeah, that's how I felt about the story for, of course, this movie. Yeah, it has been done before in other movies, but it still did the job fine, and actually makes it a pretty clever and yet pretty solid story that they've actually put together. So yeah, and of course, let's not forget to mention the writing, I have to say. I will admit some parts of it are a little bit sloppy for sure, and I think could have been written out a whole lot better, and yeah, most of the cliches they also threw into, of course, this one, I might have seen coming from like a mile away, but again, the rest actually did pretty good, and again, it did do a fine job in helping me to overshadow all those and just focus mainly on what I'm seeing, and for that, it really did the job of fine for sure. So yeah, and let's not forget to mention pretty much the comedy in this movie. Again, I don't think it's actually that great in my opinion, but I think every once in a while I actually did get myself a good laugh for sure. So yeah, I guess if anything, it's not really that fantastic, but still pretty good comedy overall. So yeah, I guess with those points made, I think it's actually quite clear on what they've actually gone for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've got the first three out of the way, I think I might as well go ahead and talk about the next thing I need to talk about, which are, of course, the characters. And yeah, they've actually got a really great lineup of course, characters for sure, and I have to say, they're actually pretty likable, and they're actually quite interesting for sure, and I really do admire on what they've actually gone through for sure, and see what struggles that they had to go through and actually try to tackle throughout the course of course, this movie right now. And I say for that, it really did a fine job in trying its best to do what it does normally, and yeah, maybe I think some characters I might have actually spotted their traits, again, from like a mile a minute right about now, but I say they actually did bring in a good lineup of course, these characters for sure. So yeah. And of course, it's quite obvious that since this movie is of course entitled Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers, I of course have to mention, well, Chip and Dale. So yeah, I guess it's quite obvious that these two, whenever they're on screen, I actually really do admire their pretty much seeing those two on screen. I do admire the chemistry and see what struggles they've gone through, and how they're going to overcome this ongoing mystery, let alone their massive problems that they had to deal with along the way. So yeah, that's actually what I really do admire for sure. So yeah, and of course, the next thing that I should mention, speaking about the characters, I think it's actually quite fitting that I should go ahead and talk about all the actors that came on board for, of course, this movie, being, of course, either on screen or behind a microphone for sure. So yeah, I guess there's no doubt in my mind, I think they actually picked out a pretty good cast, in my opinion. Yeah, maybe some of them I just wish were a little bit miscast, in my opinion, but I still think they actually did a fine job, and of course, providing, of course, what the actors did, and actually did give out some pretty good performances, in my opinion. And I'm actually really quite surprised that, again, going back a bit to of course, when I talked about Chip and Dale for sure, I think it's quite fitting that, of course, two of the actors that, of course, played these characters, John Mulaney and, of course, Andy Samberg, and of course, I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce pretty much John's name for sure. Is it John Mulaney or John Mulaney? Yeah, I completely forgot, so I do indeed apologize if I mispronounce any names for sure. But needless to say, those two right now playing Chip and Dale really did stand out a whole lot, and I really do admire their performances for sure. So yeah, and just by seeing them on screen, you actually do establish their relationship, and you do want to stick by them for sure. So yeah, that's actually all what I can say on that. The characters are pretty likable and interesting, and the actors did pull off some pretty good performances in my opinion. So yeah, it's actually all what I can say on that. Alright, so now that I've actually got those two out of the way, what else is there for me to talk about? Well, quite a whole lot, actually. First of all, is of course, visually, the film actually looks really, really great for sure. And let's not forget to mention, again, since I actually mentioned did go for a whole Who Framed Roger Rabbit type of style, they actually did a fine job of course, mixing in of course, live action mixed in with, of course, animation for sure, because yeah, I think we all know for sure that when it comes to live action movies based on cartoons, we already smell a recipe for a disaster right now, but thankfully for, of course, this movie, they really did a fine job with what they've actually seen, with what they're actually giving us on a more visual side of things. I really do admire how incredible the film actually looks for sure, and let's not forget to mention the animation styles they actually brought in. It was quite a whole lot, but they really did a fine job in incorporating all of that in, which actually makes it all the more fantastic right about now. I really do admire the animation of course, this movie, and how well it actually blends in visually in live action for sure, and that's actually a pure example of course, what I think it could actually accomplish for sure. So, and let's not forget to mention they did bring a really good amount of animation styles they brought in. They've of course brought in traditional animation, of course. They even brought in CG animation, of course, and let's not forget to mention plenty of others that they brought in, of course, as well, such as, of course, stop motion, or should I say claymation, whichever you prefer. They also brought in puppetry. They even incorporate pretty much some animation styles that are incorporating live action for sure. And let's not forget to mention they even brought in some motion capture type of style of animation for sure. Particularly the probably more on the lines of the Uncanny Valley side of things, which, yeah, by the way, I do find it quite clever on that they actually did the whole Uncanny Valley pig, which I won't lie, actually is actually really quite clever, and yeah, I did find again, going back a bit to the film's comedy, I think they actually did give me a really good laugh for sure. So yeah, really clever movie, really clever. So. But again, that's just to name me a few, but now I really do admire on how visually the film actually looks, and even the animation they brought in is just all the more fantastic but now. And oh yeah, I think I also do admire some incredible action that they've incorporated in, and I really do like the way, of course, the mystery is, of course, tied in for sure, almost like something you would actually see from, of course, an episode of the show for sure, to which, do they have mysteries in the show? Well, again, I never actually saw it, so yeah, I never saw the show, so I would never know about now. So yeah, but anyways, going back on a topic, I really do admire on how well it's actually incorporated with some pretty decent pacing, in my opinion, and of course, let's see, oh yeah, I also really do admire the direction of course, this film, given from the film's director for sure, which actually does work pretty well. Not entirely, but still works pretty well, and I really do admire the incredible cinematography as they actually provide some really great camera shots. I really do love on how well cut up the film is through some fantastic haying, and let's not forget to mention the pretty much all the stuff they incorporated in that is, of course, deemed mega, and even the commentary they brought in, or I guess they should call it mega commentary. I won't lie, yeah, again, maybe some mega commentary has been done before in other movies, but the way they've actually done it in, of course, this one, they really did a fine job in doing all that. And again, not perfect, but I still think they actually did a fine job with, of course, all that for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright. Alright, so I guess with everything that I have to say about how that actually does show on how much I actually really like this movie overall. So But again, I think with everything I've actually said right about now, it's not necessarily perfect by all means, as, yeah, I do have some massive gripes with, of course, this film, with, of course, some of the stuff that I've actually mentioned before, but yeah, I think, I guess, if anything, if I were to pretty much discuss any of the problems in this movie, well, it's kind of hard to actually explain in words, but I'll refer you back to, of course, all the points that I've actually stated for sure, just to help give the idea right about and how, but other than that, the rest still turned out really, really good, and I really do admire on what this movie has done right about now, so yeah, I guess if anything, that's pretty much what I can say right about now, So yeah, overall, I know as a show, it actually does stand out well and truly deserves to be one of the classics when it comes to the Disney afternoon. But as a movie on its own, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers may not be pitch perfect in my opinion, but it does provide some really clever stuff they've actually thrown in for sure, and some pretty interesting aspects that they also incorporate in, which actually makes it a little bit of a flawed but still fun ride overall. So yeah, I guess for what it is, that's actually how much I actually really like this movie overall. It's not pitch perfect by all means. In fact, I dare even say I've seen plenty of other movies that are certainly much better over the years, but I have to say, I had a fun time with, of course, this movie, and I say this is definitely worth your time checking out for sure. So yeah, seriously, definitely, this is definitely worth the watch on Disney Plus if you actually have it for sure. And it's actually a really clever movie they've actually done for sure. So yeah, that's pretty much why I've actually why I can't say right, but now when it comes to this movie overall, again, it's actually flawed, but still a pretty interesting ride that is worth going on for sure. So, and of course, so much so that I guess right around after this, I think I might actually plan on actually, well, to actually go and watch the show. So yeah, I guess whatever the case may be, whether of course I would probably pick it up on either DVD or Blu-ray, or of course streaming on Disney Plus right but now, you know for sure that I would definitely love to of course see the actual show the movie is based on for sure. So yeah, that's something I definitely wouldn't mind checking out for sure. So, but yeah, I guess right up until then, if you are quite curious to see for yourself, then by all means go ahead and do so. The movie is of course now available for streaming on Disney Plus right up now. So if you got the time, and if you have your Disney Plus subscription still in your hands, definitely watch this movie overall. I think you're guaranteed to actually have a really good time for sure. And again, not perfect, but still a pretty interesting ride to go on right about now. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much what I can say right about now. So yeah, for my final score right about now, yeah, I'll go ahead and be fair here, and I'll give it an 8 out of 10 as my final score. Again, I don't think it's actually a great film by all means, but I still think it's actually a really good one that is definitely worth an hour and a half of your time checking out. So yeah, if you got the time to hang, well, get together with your Rescue Rangers team and, well, see this movie for yourself. So yeah, it's pretty much what I can say on that. Alright, so I guess on that thought, that'll pretty much do exactly that. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest thoughts video, and of course, I'm quite curious to know, what do you think of course, Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers being either the show or, of course, the movie, like, of course, what I talked about right now. So yeah, if you have any thoughts on, of course, either one of those two right about now, let me know in the comment section below on what you thought about it, as well as, of course, leaving me constructive criticism and or advice on how I can improve my videos in the near future. And And of course, as always, feel free to send me an email if you want to ask me any questions, or if you just want to book me for a con or event that'll be coming up sometime in the near future. Follow me on my social media sites like Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and plenty of other social media sites that I have provided. All the links to them are down in the description box below. And of course, feel free to support me on Patreon if you want to see sneak peeks to videos that I got coming up in the near future, as well as some other awesome rewards that will help fit into your budget. And of course, if you enjoyed today's video, then give it a massive thumbs up, as it would really help this channel a whole lot. And of course, speaking of which, feel free to subscribe and turn on the notification bell and select all notifications, so that way you'll be notified once I upload a brand new video. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this latest Fox video, and don't worry, I still got plenty more videos coming your way very, very soon. Right about now, I just need to find the right time to actually do so. Right about now, to which, yeah, I guess yeah, I think I should probably work out, of course, on my next episode of A Cosplayer's Guide to Success. And holy crap, I almost forgot about WTPU right about now. So. But hey, what did you expect with, of course, plenty of stuff that's been going on for, of course, the past month, now being, of course, resolving my computer issues, and, of course, finishing up on, of course, college now. You can definitely see why I've been very hectic for quite some time now. So yeah, don't worry, I'll be sure to get more videos out for all of you guys, especially the ones that I've currently got planned out right now. So yeah, I guess until then, right up until that happens, I think I might as well go ahead and get myself ready for, of course, my college graduation coming up, and right around afterwards, it'll be back to normal as always. Unless something's changed right now, but we shall wait and see. But yeah, I guess until my next video, thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in, well, the next video. So yeah, I think you can pretty much get the idea right now. So yeah, take care, guys.